Special award, Nina Gold.
Nina always seems to have this sort of kaleidoscopic notion or information about where actors are in the world, what they're doing, who's exactly at the right moment in their career to take on board whatever challenge you're giving them. She also has this incredibly perceptive understanding of a text and what the text might need. Who will add to this text? Who will bring it to life in exactly the right way?
We need to talk to Mrs. Vera Drake.
We're losing him!
He won't be a boy forever. And winter is coming.
The casting director is the gateway into the director and the producer's head, I suppose. So the job of the agent is to suggest clients to the casting director. It's a sort of two-way process. She'll come to me for specific clients. I'll go to her to suggest specific clients.
Wolfhall was the first job that I ever got that Nina brought me in for, and I'm very grateful to her. She's always been really supportive of me and hasn't really given up on me.
Your barrister friend will recant, and he'll be released.
She has this ability to marry the right actor with the right director, and that's a very particular skill. She also has this wonderful ability not just to cast an actor for a role, but actually cast a whole ensemble, so that the group of actors somehow feel exactly and entirely appropriate for the task at hand.
What's brilliant about her and puts her head and shoulders above any other casting director in London or anywhere else is that she's really sharp and has a great perception and sense of humour and sophistication, and has those antennae out and knows who's who and what's what.
Three little maids from school are we, proud as a schoolgirl well can be, filled to the brim with girlish glee. Three little maids from school.
Also, she's completely, and this is quite unique amongst casting directors, she's completely devoid of bullshit.
Pauline, please take your boot off the pedal.
Nobody's called me Pauline since I was 2 years old.
So we brought Nina in from the very beginning, before we shot the pilot. She's been our only casting director this entire time, and it's impossible to imagine the show without her.
You know nothing, Jon Snow.
Our show was a very large cast. Our show from the very beginning put lots of adult dramatic weight on the shoulders of very young children.
You're Arya Stark.
I asked if you wanted something.
I swore to your mother I would bring you home to her.
My mother's dead.
I know.
Nina is very fearless in the way that she casts. She takes risks. She likes to cast people that you've not seen much of before, and she likes to find new people, which is, you know, how my whole career started.
The casting of Game of Thrones is spot on, and I think she's got a huge part in the way it's cast, and it's wonderful to be a part of that ensemble that Nina's kind of found, really.
Dan and I had no experience going to this. We never produced anything before and never cast anything before. And so to have someone with the experience and the savvy and this brilliance of Nina by our side gave us confidence.
My first memory of Nina was when I was about 11, which was for The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe. As I've got older, we've developed a relationship. She put me up for a film called Sunshine on Leith, and obviously it's a musical, and I'd never done any singing before. That was the first time of singing in an audition, which was quite daunting.
When the inspiration is above our station, thoughts are melancholy and we let them pass.
My stand-up moment of Nina is just having to pretend to be the Queen whilst 5 months pregnant in a giant white gown with a wig on and a crown on and lipstick, and sort of just looking at her and thinking, is this the most ridiculous thing that you've ever done?
It's not as easy as it looks.
That's exactly what the king said.
Playing Her Majesty the Queen is an iconic role, it's a complicated role, and it's over many, many episodes. So she did have to come in for many, many auditions and work with many different actors. But I think on each audition she just grew and grew with more power and more depth. We were very lucky to have Nina pushing us and encouraging Claire.
First thing I do, if no one is looking, is this.
Nina really deserves this award because she's worked so hard in this business for such a long time and she really cares about it. It's a proper craft, what she does. People genuinely love working with her.
She delves, she finds people. I think she gets excited about it. I think she doesn't go for the obvious choice, ever. I think she meets people, you know, like me, who are fresh out of drama school, haven't got any idea what they're doing, because she's interested in finding different personalities for different characters.
We have a real unique rapport, you know, a language, a lingua franca, a sensitivity and a taste. I'm auditioning at the moment and I'm seeing a lot of actors and literally I could say nobody walks in the door that is inappropriate because Nina Gold Casting is on the case.
Nina, I'm so pleased this is not a Lifetime Achievement Award because that would mean you're coming to the end of your career, but I sincerely hope that I spend the rest of my career working with you. Many congratulations on this special award.
Nina Gold, congratulations on your award. No one could deserve it more.
Congratulations, Nina, on being so special. I hope you have a lovely evening.
So, Nina, just want to say congratulations for winning this award. Very well deserved.
Congratulations, Nina. I can't think of anyone more deserving of this award. Thank you for everything you have done for me.
Congratulations to you, Nina. Thank you for taking a chance on us and providing us an opportunity to take a chance ourselves.
Well done, Nina. You have only yourself to blame.
Please welcome to the stage Nina Gold.
Thank you very, very much. This is great. And I'm always incredibly rude about people who get up here and start crying and talking about their primary school teacher, but I can see how easily it might start to happen any minute now, mainly because of Jim and Stanley. So if I accidentally get hysterical and start telling you all the plot of what's about to happen in Game of Thrones, then just get me off the stage really quickly. And yeah, Jim and Stanley, I'd like you both to play the lead part in everything I cast from this moment onwards, please. Just do it both together or something. On the way here, my son Joe, who's with me, asked me if I was going to talk about diversity or the lack of women in our industry or climate change. And I think you'll all be relieved to hear that I'm not. I'm just going to say a few thank yous. I've had a really great time over the last, I'm afraid, 30 years of doing this brilliant job. I started basically standing outside the WAG Club, asking random handsome guys if they could happen to play the bass guitar and did they want to be in a music video tomorrow. But things have progressed, and now I get to work with the most amazing, talented, creative people in the world, brilliant directors and writers and producers and more. And I'm not going to name all their names because it would take too long, even though obviously making a list of names is my thing. But I'd like to thank them all for asking me to play my part in telling the stories that we all in this room get to tell together. I'd like to thank my team, Lauren, Kate, Martin, and especially Robert Stern, my brilliant casting partner, who is an amazing casting director and person. And I think it's traditional at this moment to thank one's partner, life partner, for their unwavering support, but unfortunately my one is normally in prison. And mainly, huge thanks to BAFTA for this. I'm really, truly gobsmacked and incredibly honoured. And as you know, probably, but you probably don't go on and whinge and moan about it as much as we do, casting directors don't get BAFTAs. So this is especially great to be recognised by you all. And I'm accepting this on behalf of all the other really brilliant, talented, hard-working, tireless, creative, collaborative casting directors out there who are always working their asses off to try and get it right. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Special award. How does that feel?
It feels very special.
Good. Is it slightly surreal for you?
Yeah. I mean, I feel a lot calmer now than I felt all week.
Okay.
But it's wonderful. Yeah. It's completely great.
And what does it mean to you? Because, I mean, obviously, you nurture talent all the way through. You spot people, you bring them through, you see them collecting awards. Is it weird to be on the flip side of that?
Well, it's funny because I've always been a bit like, oh, awards, you know, don't really matter. There's too many, you know, what the hell. And now that I've got one of my own, I'm really into them.
I'm like, I want more.
It's really important.
You have, you know, a reputation. You're well known for finding talent, discovering talent, and that's a passion of yours.
That's
Where
good.
do you find them?
I guess sort of everywhere, though I mean, I basically do a lot of going to drama schools, and you know, I do believe in that the drama school process and think it does, you know, help actors grow. But also, just you know, we go around schools for young parts. We go to schools that aren't kind of particularly acting schools, and just really try and look kind of everywhere.
Yeah. And when you go into a school that's not an acting school, how do you spot the, you know, kids who you think have it, or is it very much a visual thing? You're like, they look the part and hope that they have the talent.
I guess if they look the part, then you know, start trying to get them to do stuff and do workshops and things, and then it sort of becomes obvious who's really into it and can enjoy it, likes it, and is good at it.
Yeah. Is there a particular project that you've worked on that stands out? I know that's quite difficult.
It was pretty great casting Star Wars.
Yeah, I bet.
And when I first started, I did Topsy Turvy with Mike Lee, and I didn't really know that much what I was doing at the time, and that was an absolutely incredible, brilliant experience.
And then worked with Mike Lee on every subsequent project of his. And was that an amazing experience in itself?
It's great. It was brilliant, and it still is.
Yeah. Good grounding. Nice way to learn,
right? a lot of a steep learning curve.
Yeah, I bet. And are there any particular actors that you've cast that you think have just a special place in your heart, I guess? Somebody that you may have plucked from obscurity and you think, yeah.
Well, you mean apart from Jim Broadbent and Stanley Tucci?
Yeah, apart from those guys.
Well, I feel really thrilled about Daisy Ridley and John Boyega, because John I'd cast in Attack the Block a few years ago, and he was a teenager and has really showed how brilliant he is, and Daisy just sort of came out of nowhere and is amazing. And also all the young actors in Game of Thrones have just over the years, you know, most of them had really never done much. And so many people in Game of Thrones have just, with the storytelling and the way it goes on, they have grown and just really developed into amazing actors. I mean, they were pretty good to start with, and they've just got better and better.
Well, congratulations. Well done.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. It's such an honour. I just wanted to say thanks to Matthew Bird, Patrick Spence, Tiger Aspect, Frith Tip Lady.